Who should hire a ghost producer? It's now time to see who can take the greatest advantage of ghost production services. Let's start with DJs. They are those great selectors of music. You are passionate about practicing your skill in order to develop your own approach in the art of mixing. In order to stand out from the crowd of so many other DJs, a good start would be to release 1 or 2 tracks. This is how promoters might gain interest in you. Same goes for DJs, who are experienced and already touring. You need to keep your name alive by releasing tracks, having presence on playlists and mixes. So, if you are not a multiple-handed god like Shiva, you probably guessed that doing everything yourself, especially while touring, is both physically and mentally exhausting. The best strategy while touring is to hire someone as good in the studio as you are behind the decks. Let him do his thing while you have enough time and energy to do yours. For those who are new into making music, you've already realized that composing isn't as easy as it looks like. It will take a while until you master your sound and start liking what you create. It takes time to learn any DAW, hardware, to get familiar with theory, musical structures, sound design, engineer work like mixing, mastering. In such cases, hiring a ghost producer might be a game changer for those who haven't developed enough skills to build an entire song on their own, allowing you to get a music project that's been well done and complete. This might help you a lot in the learning process. Besides DJs and music producers, there are more potential users who can benefit from ghost production services. The simplicity, freedom, and speed that ghost production offers when it comes to getting exclusive music makes it the best choice also for marketing agencies, record labels, filmmakers, and whatever you can imagine. So where can you find a ghost producer? Well, definitely not in the Haunting of Hill House. I will tell you where. You've already decided to spend money on ghost-produced music. You have the money, but you have no idea where to begin with. Well, there are several options that can help you reach this goal, and I'm gonna tell you the most common ones. Let's start with the ghost production platforms, which is usually the first option considered. The reason is simple. If you want to buy shoes, you go to a shoe store, right? Same goes for music. These platforms are specialized in putting DJs in contact with ghost producers, offering you a colorful catalog of ready-made ghost-produced tracks. Also, you can find ghost producers to work with directly. The primary function of these websites is to facilitate the process by providing a safe environment for both sides involved and guaranteeing a safe and successful exchange at the end. What is the job of a ghost production platform? Well, we are Edmwarriors and we can tell you at first hand. Our platform has a special team of content editors who work on curating, updating, and organizing the catalog of tracks and their files. We require detailed insights about the production process of each track. We deal with all the legal matter for you, arranging the transfer of rights agreement between you and the producer. We make sure the producer is a real person via ID verification, so the contract is valid. And last but not least, we provide after-sale services and support. So don't worry, you won't be ghosted if you need our help. Freelance platforms like Fiverr and Upwork are all those general platforms that allow you to work with professionals online. For instance, a graphic designer, a marketing expert. You can find all types of services there, and of course, ghost production services as well. There you will find a market generally focused on low-cost ghost production services. Ordinary freelance platforms are quite different from the specialized ones. Generally, they have nothing to do with ghost production. Their custom service, terms, and workflow isn't adapted to offer ghost production services. That's a big disadvantage if you have problems with your ghost creator. In other words, If something goes wrong between you and your ghost producer, you're screwed. Using social media as a place to search and work with ghost producers is kinda sketchy. You can find someone good, but you should be extra careful and never forget this important detail. There are no regulations on social media. You won't be protected from any fraudulent actions. We advise you to stay very alert about all the legal terms, conditions, and contracts. Just make sure you have a good lawyer.